Hi there, welcome back to my shop. I've been away for a little while, so I really appreciate that you're still coming around. I was forced to take a short vacation in our local hospital, and between the time I spent in there and doing this recovery thing, it's been a little while. Now, I never did say that I was going to put out a video every week like most YouTube turners tend to do. This is my hobby, not my vocation. But anyway, thank you for still being there. And this is not a plea for sympathy. I really don't care for sympathy, so keep that to yourself. And I hope you enjoy my videos again. Now, while I was gone, I got a couple of things in the mail. One thing was a couple of stickers from Paul from Dallas, Texas. His channel is called DE Hammer. He is not a wood turner. His specialty is using a CNC router. So if that interests you, I hope you'll check out his channel. Send him a little love. Thank you, Paul, for sending this. And he also included this nice long letter. It says, "Enjoy your stickers." I think Paul was trying to match the brevity of the letter that I sent him. I'm not much for letter writing either, Paul, so thank you for that. Another thing I got was from Ron of Creations by Ron. He sent me a card with a nice note on it and a sticker, and also included some wood objects. There's a nice round blank of, I think, mahogany. Wood identification is not my forte, but I believe that's what this is. There's another one in here which I can identify because it says cherry right there and right there. That helps me out a lot, Ron. Thank you. Appreciate all of this. There's some other pieces in here. I won't go through them all. Another one I can identify because it says ash on it. Helpful again. Nice small piece. So thank you, Ron. And I hope you'll all check out Ron's channel. I'll have links to both of them in the description box down below the video. Well, it seems only fair that I use one of the pieces that Ron sent to me. This is that small piece of ash. It's about 4.5 inches in diameter, 2.25 inches tall, and I've turned ash before, but it's always been from planks. I've never had a piece that has bark left on it. And I really like the looks of this bark. Ash is a very hard wood, and if I recall correctly, the last time I turned ash, I spent a lot of time resharpening my gouges. So I'll have to see what happens with this one. Now, it's used primarily in baseball bats, it seems. It's one of the hardest woods, and it does the majority of baseball bats. So I'm going to see what I can come up with this. I'm going to start by drilling a 5/16 inch diameter hole in here with a brad point bit, and then I'm going to make a flat spot. My jaws are about 2 1/8 inch in diameter when they're closed up around the woodworm screw, and the closest I have larger than that is 2 3/8 inch Forstner bit. So I'm going to use that, and then I'll meet you over at the lathe. It's easy to see the pith. It's going right across here, and a great deal of it has split out. So I'm going to start by truing up the bottom using a pull cut with my 1/2 inch bowl gouge. That's looking pretty good. I think I'll figure out where the recess is going to go now. I will use my skew chisel to create the angle in there that I need for my dovetail jaws. All right, that should be ready. And there's the danger of coming out across the bark. I've split this piece off. I'm going to take this off, put some CA glue in there, and see if I can save this. I'll be back. I glued that piece in using Starbond Black medium thick. I used it both because, well, it's a great glue, but also because there's a very small piece of bark totally missing there, and I wanted that surface to be black to disguise that a bit. We'll see if that's going to work out or not. Well, I like the shape I've got here. I think I'm just going to sand this now. I'm going to be sanding with just strips of sandpaper. It's going to be running in reverse so that the top is toward my dust collector boot. So let's start this with 120 grit. I have it sanded to 400 now. I'm pretty happy with this. Just two things left I want to do. I want to put a couple of rings in here with the corner of my skew chisel, and then I want to put the recess in the center here for my logo coin. All right, I don't want to get too much narrower on here. And I think it's time to sharpen my gouge. Okay, just a few seconds of honing, and I'm ready to get back to it. All right, I am going to sand the inside of this. I'm sure you've seen enough sanding that you don't need to see this too. And I'm going to start at 80 and go up to 400. It's a little bit rough right in here. So I'll be back when I finish this sanding and show you the results. Well, I'm happy with how this turned out. Sanded to 400, outside and inside. Got my autograph, my species indicated, and the year of my logo coin in there. Now to finish it, I'm going to use Howard feed wax. And there are a number of reasons I'm going to use that. First of all, it's fast, it's easy. Two things I really like. And I also like the warm glow that it seems to give to wood. So I'm going to try it on here. Now, with the bark, the Howard feed wax tends to get in there and it'll build up a little bit. So I'm only going to leave it sit there for maybe an hour, hour and a half. Then I'm going to use compressed air to blow it out. Otherwise, if I leave it too long, it's going to get to the point where it's just going to refuse to leave. I would need so much pressure on my air compressor, I could probably blow the bark right off of this thing and maybe the shingles off my roof, I'm not sure. So that's the end of the project for today. I am sorry it was so long between projects, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. So I hope to be back in less than a month, because it's been a month now since the last time I put out a video, and that's a long time. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you again to Ron for supplying some wood, and to Paul for his stickers. I hope you'll all come back next time. Between now and then, have a great day in your shop and be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Take care now. Bye-bye.